Hi, I'm Andrew Harris from the BC Lions. For all your football information, watch The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV.
The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of the station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
The Huddle is brought to you by Canadians Destination Centre Fort Garry, Tavern United Fort Garry, a new World Sports Pub. Watch your favorite games on 2 brand new 70-inch monitors on our patio located at 1824 Pembina Highway in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Hi everybody, it's The Huddle. I'm Scott Taylor, my co-host John Mackey. Welcome to what we believe will be a full roster of outstanding winners, all winners today. We have Jake Richardson from the St. Paul's AA champions. We have Matt Koneski from the AAA champions. Mason Bennett's coming in because he's going off with Jake Richardson to that offense-defense kind of
All-American Bowl,
All-American Bowl in Orlando. Jordan Yance, your quarterback, is coming on today, and you, John Mackey. Congratulations on a great season with the Bisons.
It was.
I mean, it wasn't the 2007 season, but you got back to the Hardy Cup, so small steps.
Well, like I told Coach Dobie right after the game, you got to lose in order to be successful, and it's the same kind of story that we had back in 2006. When we lost the Hardy Cup to the University of Saskatchewan. It does give you a sting, but hopefully these guys are going to be working out in the off season, and every single last rep you kind of remember that sting and gives you that push and that added advantage for the guys to come back. But by the same token,
for the first year at Investors Group Field, the Bisons had a pretty great season. You got a playoff game back here. That was outstanding.
Yeah.
And it was a great game.
First time since 2007
you never get a better game for your money.
Oh, absolutely. I think we gave all the crowds a great game for every game that we had at home.
I was going to ask you about that, and I asked Jordan Yance about that. What was it? Did you guys just not know the time of the games? Because you never seemed to really show up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the time of day or how it was during the game, but I think it speaks to a large amount to the athletes that we have, and it was a refuse to lose mentality.
Yeah, but it's also conditioning too. If you're in great shape at the end, you can suck it up and win those games at the end as the other team.
Oh, these guys are tremendous athletes. That's a whole nother conversation. But from the way that these guys played, our game in Vancouver, that was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. Having 3 touchdowns scored in less than 7 minutes is something else, and sneaking out of there with a win on the road, that's something else. And of course the first playoff game that we hosted. But speaking on Investors Group Field, I think it's going to actually we're going to see the actual true power of what our facilities lie within the off season, because
who you can recruit.
Recruit first, but also develop our players. There's a large weight room facility. We have a full-time strength and conditioning coach.
And you can do it yourself.
Exactly. So there's going to be a lot of work put in by these phenomenal athletes that we have right now in the off season to make them even better. So that's our recipe for success, to beat the juggernaut University of Calgary in our own conference, and how to beat them as well. And of course, we're going to be recruiting our butts off in the off season.
Good stuff. We're going to see you at the end of the show, because we got Nick Dempsey and Jordan Yance coming up on the show.
For sure. So we got to stay here for that.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you're going to stick around. I'll be exhausted at the end. John Mackey, this is The Huddle, my co-host, who is also the quarterbacks coach at the University of Manitoba. When we come back, we've got some high school winners, and we've got a couple of Bisons, so it's going to be a big, big, heavy show. It is The Huddle. It is football in Manitoba, and it is community created on Shaw TV. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Huddle. Scott Taylor, along with one of my semi-regulars. You've become a semi-regular.
Oh, yeah.
From the Vincent Massey Trojans. What are you playing now, linebacker?
Defensive end still? And offensive tackle.
Yeah, and you were going both ways. Yeah. How do you like the offensive line?
I like it.
Anyway, this is Mason Bennett from Vincent Massey. You guys had a pretty good year. It wasn't a great year, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was challenging.
And that's good?
Yeah. It ended a little early, though. So.
Yeah, tell us about going both ways.
Oh, I like it. It's kind of tiring, though, but, I like playing both sides. It makes me a better player at both sides, and helps my endurance, just overall makes me a better player, I guess. Speaking of becoming a better player, last year you were, as a 15-year-old, not on the roster for the Football Canada Cup for Team Manitoba. But things happened. You
I guess you had been semi-released. You were called an alternate.
Right.
And you continued to go to camp and continue to work hard and continue to play, and kind of living proof that if you continue to do what you're supposed to do, things work out, because you ended up going to the Canada Cup.
Well, a couple days before we left, Coach told me that I've been working really hard, coming to every practice, and then I made the final roster.
And so you've really got, what, 2 more years left in that program?
Well,
you just turned 16, right?
One more.
One more,
Yeah,
because you turned 16 within the year,
yeah,
and then 17 within the year. So you got 1 more season to play on the Football Canada Cup.
Yeah.
Now you've got a big winter coming up. You've got you're going to Orlando at Christmas time
for the Offensive Defense All-American Bowl.
What happens there?
All the best players from across North America come and play one big game against each other.
I understand there's a couple other guys from Winnipeg going with you.
Yeah, Jake's going and a couple of Kelvin guys.
Jake Richardson from St. Paul's and a couple of Kelvin guys. Tell us about playing at Massey this year. You were a JV last year.
Yeah.
You played AAA this year.
Yeah.
That's got to be a big jump.
Oh, yeah, it was huge. I actually didn't think it was going to be as bad, but it was pretty good overall.
But it is a lot quicker, isn't it?
Oh yeah, a lot
bigger.
quicker, a lot better, yeah.
So when Kelsey McKay came to you and said, I want you to play offensive line as well, what was your response to that?
I was okay with it. I played it last year too.
Did you?
Yeah. Last year was kind of, I don't really know if I want to play it, but now I'm fine with it.
You'd rather chase down quarterbacks than would.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So what's your off season going to be?
I started Elite a couple weeks ago,
yeah,
and I like it. It's really good. Other than that, just training off season.
So what are you trying to do? You're trying to get bigger because you're taller than you were when we had you on the last time.
Yeah, I'm trying to put more weight on and get my speed higher.
And what do you weigh now?
I'm 215. I'm trying to get
what do you
10 more pounds maybe.
About 225?
Yeah.
And you're what, 6'3"?
Yeah.
You'll probably get to what, 6'4", 6'5"?
Hopefully bigger than that.
I'm looking at your mom and thinking, you're maybe going to be a little bit taller.
Yeah.
So what are your plans? You're going into what, grade 11?
12.
Grade 12. So now you're finishing up your last year of high school.
Yeah.
Have another good year, and what's the thought?
Hopefully I get some university offers, play the next level. That's my overall goal.
Would you play junior if you had to?
Yeah.
So you just want to keep playing football?
Right, yeah. Anything.
How long have you played this game now?
Last year was my 9th year, so next year will be my 10th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're still playing on both sides of the ball?
Yeah.
Now tell me about this Massey season. I know you're not real happy about it, but you guys had not a bad year coming off a team that was pretty good and kind of rebuilding.
Right. No, we did a really good season considering what we had. We had lots of injuries this year. We lost our running back, 2 running backs, fullback, receiver, DB, 4 linebackers. We had to put some linemen as linebackers. So overall,
that makes it pretty tough.
Yeah. So overall, I think we did pretty good for what we had.
Yeah, not bad at all. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Well done. And good luck going to Orlando, Florida. Now, what are the dates for that?
December 30th to January 5th.
That's a great time to go to Florida.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of Disney. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Good for you. Congrats.
Thanks.
Mason Bennett, Vincent Massey Trojans. He'll be with Massey next year and probably Team Manitoba at the Football Canada Cup. Lots going on in the life of Mason Bennett, one of our semi-regulars here. We got lots more. We got St. Paul's guys coming up. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. Welcome back to The Huddle. Taylor Richardson. I have champions with me. I like having a champion with me. It's always good to have people who win, because then you get a happier conversation.
Yeah.
Although Mason Bennett was pretty good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're on the AA team that won the Winnipeg High School Football League title, the Cass Vidrick Championship. Tell us about the championship game.
It was fun. It was snowing, obviously, and we came out strong, and our defense just held them off, and we shut them out 32-0. Now,
this was a big year for you, because I don't know whether you went to St. Paul's expecting to play AAA, but you're just a grade 9 student, one of 3 grade 9 students to make the AA team.
Yes.
You didn't even have to play JV.
No.
Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, I've been doing lots of hard off-season training at McDowell's gym, and that's helped me a lot, and I just tried really hard, and I made the AA team.
Where did you start playing football, and how long have you played?
St. Vital Mustangs, and this is my 8th year.
Wow, that's a long time. You're 15?
14.
14.
Yeah.
So you started at 6.
Yeah, 6.
So what position did you start playing? Well, and how have you kind of evolved into the player you are now?
Well, in Terminator, you just play whatever positions. And
bobbleheads.
Yeah. Then first year Adam, Coach K was my coach, and I was like almost a receiver, like a running back. And then my second year Adam, until my last year of Pee Wee, I played linebacker, and then this is my first year until I moved to DB.
Tell us about the high school experience, and tell us about the step up from play. You played Bantam last year?
I played Bantam, yeah.
Yeah, tell us about moving up to AA high school from Bantam football. Was it quicker? Was it a different game?
It was definitely a lot quicker. I actually expected it to be like way quicker than it was. but it was.
But because of the off-season work, you were prepared for it.
Yeah, exactly. And definitely having like the speed and stuff like that was a lot different. I've never played running backs as fast as I did this year, so it was a big change.
When you go to McDowell's, what do you mostly work on? Are you trying to get bigger? Are you trying to get faster? What's your workout like?
We spread it out. Like say Monday is chest, Wednesday is legs, and then Saturday would be speed. And then like the days obviously aren't like that, but like they try to spread it out. So we do like chest and then legs and then speed as much as we can.
So you're a champion already in AA in grade 9.
Yes.
You're going into grade 10.
Yes.
But you've got some football to play this summer.
Yeah.
Or this winter, this off season. Tell us a little bit about this trip to Orlando.
Well, I got invited to Orlando through a camp that I went to in Kansas City, and then we're flying down there this Christmas.
So this is it's called the offensive defensive camp, but you also play a big game.
Yeah, it's like an all-star game, like Mason was saying, just the kids over North America play in a game. But I think mine's a bit different because I'm younger. Like there's more teams, so then I just play like more games.
So it's going to be exciting.
Yes.
It's going to give you a chance to be seen by a lot of people as well. Now, next year, you come back, you're going to play AA, you're going to try and make the AAA team?
I'm going to shoot for the top and try to go for AAA.
But it is great to be a champ, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. Jake Richardson, defensive back, St. Paul's Crusaders AA, the champions of the Winnipeg High School Football League's Cass Vidrick division. When we come back, we're going to talk to Matt Koneski, who played on the AAA champions at St. Paul's. And it's great to have champions on this show. This is The Huddle. We are football in Manitoba, and it's community created on Shaw TV.
Hey, I'm Eddie Steele, defensive tackle for the Edmonton Eskimos. You're watching The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV.
Hi everybody, welcome back to The Huddle. Scott Taylor, and my guest is Matt Koneski from the AAA St. Paul's Crusaders. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That was quite a championship game.
Sure was.
And your head coach, Stacey Daynard, I would say called off the dogs at the end because it was looking like 70.
Yeah, we were at halftime. We were on pace for 70, and thing is, it was championship game, so it's the last game for a lot of seniors on our team, and we gave playing time to a lot of guys that maybe in other circumstances wouldn't get in, and I think that's actually really nice. A good way to send off a lot of our players. It
was a tremendous year for you guys this year again, another championship season. But you've got a lot of years left on this team.
Well, that was this was my second year at St. Paul, so I've got 2 years left on the AAA team.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your background. Now, you've been on the show before. We've had you on before.
That's right.
But tell us a bit about where you started and how you got to where you are now, because every time I turn around, Matt Koneski's winning some kind of an award for something. So tell us a little bit about your background. Where'd you start? How old were you?
I started at Mustangs. It was my, I actually started playing my second year of Terminator.
That'd be 7?
I think that is 7.
Yeah.
So I've been playing. This is my 8th year of football. I never really I thought I would play Mustangs the whole way through football, and found out about St. Paul's High School and the high school football league and how it had been growing. And I think that I made the right decision to come to St. Paul's. I definitely had a backup plan. You know, if I wasn't getting into St. Paul's, I was thinking about Dakota or Vincent Massey. There's a lot of other really good football schools out there.
Sure there is, yeah.
And thankfully I got into St. Paul's, and I think it's been a perfect fit for the football team that I'm on. Great team, great program, and I love it there.
You're an offensive lineman. Have you always been an offensive lineman?
I played quarterback my first year, and realized I was a little bit too big, maybe not quite as fast as I should be for that position, and switched to O-line my next year, and I've been there ever since.
Now I sit and read your bio, sitting in front of me. Mm-hmm. And it's award after award after award. You've played in the All-American Bowl at Cowboy Stadium. Mm-hmm. That was fun, huh?
That was a pretty special game.
You guys won, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah.
Really, one of the better games I've ever played, and we were down by 2-3 touchdowns with a couple minutes left, came back and won. Really special moment for sure, getting a look up at the, 80-foot Jumbotron up above.
After winning.
Very nice stadium, yeah.
But you as an offensive lineman, people know who you are. And I mean, when I say that, I'm not trying to be facetious about it. The fact is that you've had so many special things happen to you in your career, won so many awards. Now it's a matter of just continuing to play. What do you want to do with your football career?
My ultimate goal is definitely I want to get a scholarship to go to university.
How's school?
School's going really well.
It has to go well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
You don't get a choice.
No, honor roll. I was honor roll last year, on pace to be honor roll again. And you know, I'm still pretty young, right? So
Wait,
I think that 15.
Yeah,
15.
You're just 15.
So if I keep working hard, I mean, I hope my possibilities are pretty much endless at this point.
And you're from a football family.
That's right.
It's not like football hasn't been a big part of your life from day one.
No,
Dad's
football.
a coach, and your brother played?
No, my dad's actually coached me every game I've ever played in except for 2, I think. So, and
Tremendous.
those 2 games he was in the stands watching, so he's been there with me throughout the whole ride.
And the ride is still going, because you're going to have a good team again next year.
Yeah, I think we'll have a very strong team next year. We're losing a lot.
Well, it's that whole
of
St. Paul's program. You go JV, AA, AAA. There's always a feeder system. There's always new guys coming in.
Exactly.
I mean, you lose Alex Taylor, right? He graduates?
He's going to graduate this year.
He graduates,
yeah.
but Trevor Wright comes up from that AA team.
Yeah.
So there's always somebody to carry the football.
That's what I think makes the program so special, and it's something that, you know, unfortunately other schools don't have. It's just that we have so many guys that want to play football at St. Paul's. We get so much more guys to tryouts, and then it's that system, you know. AA, I played on the AA team last year, learned a lot in that year, and it really prepared me for AAA. If I was playing at Mustangs last year, I don't know that I would have been
to make the transition.
I don't know that I would have been ready for AAA this year. It was really important to get that year in on AA.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Done. St. Paul's Crusaders, AAA, Potter Division, high school champions. Just an outstanding year and a big win over Murdoch McKay in the final. We got lots more coming up. When we come back, it's The Huddle. It's community created on Shaw TV. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Huddle. Taylor and my special guest, Nick Dembski. Nick, outstanding finish. University of Manitoba Bisons losing in Calgary. You never want to go out with a loss, but you've taken another step. Last year the team was 4-4. This year 5-3. Last year losing the semifinal. This year make it to the Western Final. It's getting better and better, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. You know, my first year we didn't even make it to the playoffs. Last year we made it to the playoffs for the first time since '07. This year we made it to the Canada West Final. So it's definitely room for improvement, and next year we just got to start where we left from.
Tell me about this season. Obviously, you and Jordan Yance started to hook up more and more as the season went along. Tell us about playing with Jordan.
Yeah, it's great playing with a quarterback like that who can just put the ball where it needs to be, and he gives me that opportunity to make a play, and you know, we're a pretty good duo, I'd say.
In high school at Oak Park, you were like a 30 carry a game running back. So you go to university and end up as an inside receiver. On the one hand, it's a brand new position. On the other hand, as a Canadian, that's a great position to play to move on to the Canadian Football League. Tell us about the transition and how easy or hard was it?
To be honest, it wasn't that hard. You know, I played grade 11, I was a slot back as well as running back, and you know, grade 12 I think I had 1 reception. So, but then my first year they kind of fiddled with me at the boundary slot back position, and then second year, the second half of the season I was kind of starting there almost, and then this off season I just did a bunch of receiver training. I didn't even really do any running back drills in the off season, and I just got my nose in the playbook, and it ended up doing pretty good for me.
Not only that, but it was nice to have a quarterback who could get you the ball deep, because toward the end of the season there were more and more deep plays to Nick Dembski from Jordan Yance. Tell us how that whole thing evolved and how you guys got used to each other as quickly as you did.
Just repetition and practice, I guess. You know,
because you can know the brand new quarterback all 3 years, right?
Yeah,
essentially,
yeah, I did.
You had 3 different quarterbacks.
I had Khalil first year, Cam last year, and Jordan this year. Just practice really. I even remember in training camp we'd stay before and after practice and got our routes down. So just the more comfortable we got with each other as the year went on, and just the more plays we made.
Tell us about the off season. What are you going to do?
Just train.
You're not going to play hockey?
I don't know.
People may not know this, but he's a Charleswood Hawk, champions of the Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League. You won a championship at Oak Park as a hockey player.
Yeah.
So is it just going to be football training, or are you going to put the skates on again?
Yeah, I doubt I'm going to put the skates on again this off season. You know, maybe some fun leagues here and there, but nothing too serious.
So what does training entail for this off season?
Last year I had a shoulder injury for my off season, so just weight room 100%. Like, I can't really be taking any breaks or weeks off, and be on the track as well, get my speed down.
Now you're not trying to get any bigger.
No, actually, I'm trying to lose weight this off season.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Next year you only lose a few players. Calgary only loses a couple of players. There's a real good chance that you two guys will meet up again.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that's the goal definitely, and this year hopefully we can win it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
How's school?
School's going pretty good, actually, yeah.
You're going to get good marks?
Yeah, I will.
Well, that's all right. So a good football season and good marks. And congratulations. 3rd straight all-conference. Yep. And all-Canadians coming up, so you'll find out soon.
We'll see about that one.
Yeah. Nick Demski, 2-time all-Canadian, 3-time all-conference. And now a team with the Bisons that has made it to the Canada West Final. We'll be back. We got lots more to talk about. Hi everybody, welcome back to The Huddle. My guest is the quarterback of the University of Manitoba Bisons, and not a bad rookie season for Jordan Yance. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Tell us about the transition from junior to university football. You made it this year, and it's an interesting transition because you had lit it up completely in junior. You had put all the numbers up. So now you start something new, and you've only got 2 years to do this. It's not like you've got a 5-year career coming up. It's 2 seasons. Tell us how the first season went.
You know, overall, as a whole team, you know, we happened to have a pretty successful season. You know, 5-3 and making it to the Hardy Cup.
It's the first final since 2007.
Absolutely, and you know, at the end of the day, you know, when you happen to fall short in games like that, you got to look back and you know, look at the successful things that you did in the season. And you know, overall as a team, I thought we were okay. We had a pretty successful season. We obviously came short of our final goal, but you know, as a team, you know, we really came together. I mean, even from guys, you know, talking to us last year as far as, you know, the team gelling together and, you know, not having the clicks here and clicks there. I mean, you know, props to the stadium and the environment that we were put in, but, you know, the team really made a turnaround from last year, and it was really exciting.
Now, you weren't here for the metal corrugated box era, where the team dressed out in basically a metal corrugated box. You've come here for boy, it's paradise, isn't it? It's a pretty nice situation for a college football team.
Absolutely. I mean, we're spoiled. You know, you can say hands down in Canada that, you know, for a college football team in Canada and some professional, you know, states that, you know, we are treated the best, and you know, the facility and the environment, yeah, the weight room and everything. I mean, it's just totally different practicing on that field and then going out to the turf field where the wind's howling and you know, there's nothing really around it. Yeah, but it makes you want
to play, doesn't it? I mean, a lot of people say, okay, they're spoiled. Now they're spoiled. They're not as good as they were. But obviously that's not true, because this year you went 5-3, had your best year since 2007, and it's a team that looked like it deserves having all of the benefits that it gets.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, when you're in that environment, and you know, for our first game, when you get 10,000 out or 6,000 or whatever it is,
yeah, it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it makes you want to perform at that level, and you get that feeling, you know, while all these people are watching, you know, you don't want to screw up, and you want to put on a show for them. So it makes you, you know, takes your play to an extra level, that's for sure.
Now, I got to ask you a question. Did you have trouble with the time that games start? And I say that because on at least 3 occasions, you came back in the 4th quarter and beat teams, and you'd be watching the game and go, gee, it just doesn't look right, and then in the 4th quarter you rip it. What happens to a team like that?
You know, it's been bad luck for us, honestly. For the first couple of games, it's been bad luck, and you know, we as an offense, we just got off to a slow start, and you know, it almost feels that, you know, when my back's up against the wall, it feels like I play my best. And I've been told that a couple times, but, you know, that's how I generally don't want to be.
But yeah, wouldn't it be easier to build up a 3-touchdown lead in the first quarter?
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, it's something special when you can do that, and you have the guys, you know, Nick Demski's and Coombs and those type of guys to
Andrew
be able
Smith was very good.
Oh, absolutely. To help you.
Matt Sawyer was good this year.
To help you make those plays, yeah. And, you know, those guys stepped up huge. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I just throw the ball. You know, there's guys that block, and there's...
Yeah, but you throw it a long way.
Yeah, I mean, but every yard that I throw, those guys got to run. So, you know, props to them and making the outstanding catches. And I don't know how many times Andrew Smith has gone over the middle and taken big shots for me. And
big shots.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, props to all those guys and the hard work that they do, you know, to help me, you know, put together those 4th quarter comebacks.
Now, you're back next season, but you got a lot of guys back with you. Offensive line is going to be pretty solid. And you've got Coombs and Dembski. And do you lose Andrew this year?
Andrew Smith, yeah,
he's done. But you've got a lot of players back next season. It looks like you in Calgary again.
Well, absolutely, and we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. But at this point, like I said, we got to be pretty happy with the success that we had this season, and knowing that we got a core group here that we can put in a lot of work in the off season together, and not fall apart and stay together, which can be huge for us, and just keep on working. How's
school?
It's going okay. You're going
to be academically eligible.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all that matters. It's all that matters in the world.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Right.
Great season. Jordan Yance, the quarterback of the University of Manitoba Bisons, the first Bisons team since 2007 to get to play in the Hardy Cup. You win some, you lose some, but it's a team that's getting better and better and better all the time, and congratulations on a wonderful season. This is The Huddle. We are football in Manitoba. It's community created on Shaw TV. Oh, we're back. I was reading The Huddle.
Great magazine?
No, it's spectacular. It's absolutely spectacular.
Are you worn out again?
I am completely beat. I mean, I had high school guys, I had Bisons.
How about Mason Bennett?
I'm amazed at how big he is, and I have to tell you, he says he's only about a half an inch taller. He looks 3 inches taller than the last time we had him on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And he played offense and defense this year.
Listen, I've created a great relationship with him, coaching with him on the provincial team, and even with his mom as well. Like, we're after this guy for the University of Manitoba. He's a phenomenal athlete, and he's only 16 years old.
It's amazing, but it's how big he is. Oh. And he's just getting wider and stronger.
That's one thing that you just can't teach as a coach.
You can't, can you?
Size.
Any kids from the high school this year that you liked?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a whole bunch of them. I mean, Mason Bennett being one of them, but he's an underclassman. There's a lot of different seniors that are graduating. Drennan Bush, of course, from our provincial team, and Murdoch McKay making it all the way to the AAA final. Alex Taylor, I don't want to give the whole long list here because I might be leaving some kids out.
Alex Taylor was outstanding in that championship.
Oh, it's another one of those classics where, these guys kind of come out and perform like Jaden McCoy's last year.
But you as an offensive coach have to like Alex Taylor because he sees a hole and he's gone.
Oh, absolutely.
Just boom.
And there's a second-level speed in him when he makes that cut, and that's the most impressive part about him. And plus, he's a tough kid, too. And, we got some great athletes on the University of Manitoba roster right now. But again, those guys are going to be looked at by CFL players, and then eventually they're gone. So we need to fill those areas on our football team, and there's nothing better than local kids to
have fun in the offseason.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The offseason is full of optimism. This is what I was talking to Coach Dobie and Coach Mitchell, our offensive coordinator. I like the offseason, because it's a whole season in itself where you're full of optimism. You're like, hey, let's start fresh, let's start new, let's go after some recruits, let's develop the players that we have, work on our offense.
Well, you don't want to start too fresh because you have Yance, Coombs, Dembski, a great offensive line, Anya Matta, some great defensive players come back. You don't lose a whole lot of guys.
No,
this is already
starting
nice
fresh
team.
and new was more or less from the schemes that we have. But also, you got to look at the 3-year plan down the road, 4- and 5-year plan, and get these kids to have them develop and basically making them sheen like our conference. Calgary,
rivals, yes.
Yeah, the rivals. We actually have a very good rivalry now with the University of Calgary. We just can't seem to beat them at their home. So if we win out in the season, hey, maybe come on over to Investors Group Field and we'll give you a good game to watch. That's for sure.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
John Mackey, my co-host, who's also a quarterbacks coach with the University of Manitoba Bisons. We had a great show today. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. See you next week.
The Huddle is brought to you by Canadians Destination Centre Fort Garry, Tavern United Fort Garry, a new World Sports Pub. Watch your favorite games on 2 brand new 70-inch monitors on our patio located at 1824 Pembina Highway in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
The opinions expressed on the program you have just watched are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of this station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
The black-capped chickadee is one of the most common birds in Canada. It has an impressive memory where food is concerned, stockpiling reserves and recalling specific hiding places up to 28 days later. The chickadee feeds on seeds and bugs, making it a great partner in the garden. To learn more about the chickadee and how you can help protect Canada's wildlife, visit hww.ca.